Hey guys, Brandon here with another episode of BMN Reviews. Today's movie is Public Enemies, a 2009 action thriller starring Christian Bale and Johnny Depp. The Netflix description for this movie says, "A return to the days where desperados became national heroes even when the FBI was hot on their trails." After this clip, I'll be back with my synopsis, trivia, quote, and rating for this movie. This movie takes place in the 1930s, where John Dillinger, who's played by Johnny Depp, is an infamous bank robber who always seems to escape the authorities. Edgar Hoover, who is the FBI director at that time, enlists Melvin Purvis, who's played by Christian Bale, to be the sole man in charge of tracking down John and bringing him to justice. So this movie is all about all the failed attempts to capture John and the eventual end to his story. As far as some trivia for this movie goes, one of the scenes here takes place in Little Bohemia, which is in Wisconsin, and the date that they filmed the scene was actually the anniversary of when the scene took place in real life, which was April 22nd. Additionally, in another scene where they're filming in Wisconsin, a little boy came up to Johnny Depp saying that he loved his fedora hat and would do anything to have it. And Johnny Depp told him that he would think about this in the future, and he ended up sending him in the mail the fedora hat after filming was done for this movie. Arguably the most notable quote in this movie comes from John Dillinger when he introduces himself to Billy Franchette, and he says, "I was raised on a farm in Mooresville, Indiana. My mama died when I was 3. My daddy beat the hell out of me because he didn't know better way to raise me. I like baseball, movies, good clothes, fast cars, whiskey, and you know, what else you need to know." And I thought that really set the movie tumbling down into the action of this movie. For my rating of this movie, I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I actually thought this movie was pretty dang good, and the reviews online weren't that great. I couldn't really figure out why. I think Rotten Tomatoes had this movie in the 60s, and the audience score was even lower than that. But I thought this movie was pretty good. I thought they had a great cast and great action throughout the entire movie. It was interesting getting to learn a lot about the history of what actually happened in real life and how they depicted the events in 2009. I thought this movie was also kind of cool because it was based in the 1930s, even though it was filmed in 2009, so they got to use some enhanced technology of what really happened. And without further ado, it's time for tomorrow's movie clues. This is a 2020 rom-com starring Issa Rae. I hope you're having a safe and happy quarantine, or safe and happy social distancing, hoping that you're staying safe if you're involved in the protest for George Floyd. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Without further ado, here's tomorrow's movie.